Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. Don't mind my crazy hair, I just washed it. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I do my bronzer, blush, highlighter routine. The combination of the three, I would say, is probably my favorite step in makeup application. My face just feels complete when I do it, and it's evolved over time, so I wanted to dedicate a video where I share with you how I do it to make it look not extreme but also put together. And the way that I've been doing it over the past, I would say, year and some change is just making it blend into each other in an effortless way so that it doesn't feel like it's really there. It's almost as if it's part of the skin. So if you're interested, I hope you decide to stay tuned. Let's get straight into it. Alright, so let's get started. I'm going to be doing my makeup on this side and keeping this side bare so we can do a comparison as we move along. And I don't want to force anything that I don't normally do. I always do cream bronzer. It's sort of this added step to my routine that I just think elevates my makeup look. I like looking bronze, so that's what we're gonna be doing. I'm taking my Real Techniques Expert face brush and I'm going right on my jawbone. Traditionally, at least from when I was taught through YouTube, go underneath. I actually go on because if you stipple and blend, it's gonna end up going down a little bit anyways. So right on the cheekbone, going up towards my hairline, and I would say I'd stop right where my eyeballs are. But again, I'm stippling, and by doing so, I'm avoiding moving the foundation underneath. I don't have powder on because I have to set this. And if I didn't mention, this is the NARS Sun-Kissed Bronzing Cream in the shade Laguna. They did bring this back, and I believe it is a permanent item now. So I took it to the temples of my forehead, again blending into my hairline. And then this little peak right up there. I have a huge forehead, so I'm taking it from my hairline, and I'd say about 2 inches down. The difference are starting to show. You can see the shading difference between my forehead, especially. This is an important part for me. My forehead is generally darker than the rest of my face, so I need to make sure that's covered, and it's just kind of like cinching in the face and bringing life back to my skin. Now you can also do like this. I'm not a big fan of putting product here. I don't know about you guys, maybe it's my luscious very full face, but if you put product here and you go like this, you're gonna see the difference in color. Maybe just a little bit and heavily blend it out, but I'm not a fan, and I wanted to put that out there because I'm showing you my routine and I want to be honest with it. I'm going to do my nose now. I typically do contour my nose, and I do cream contour with it. Using the same product, I'm taking the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm going to apply some product there. And I usually just dab and then dab. So right in the hollows right here, and then the corners of my nose, I do a little bit across and then right underneath, and then I just blend it in. This product is very easy to blend out. There we go. So you can see, I mean, there's a clear difference on both sides. There's just more structure and more shadow. The contrast of the foundation color and the bronzer is able to do that, which is why I love it so much. Now we can finally get to powdering, so let me do that real quick. I'm using my Refer number 22 brush and my MAC MSF in medium deep. I think this one is medium dark. So now that my face is set, I'm going to move on to my powder products, and I'm going to redo bronzer, I'm going to do blush, and I'm going to do highlight in the order I normally do it in. So I'm going to start off with bronzer. I'm going to take the powder version of the NARS Laguna bronzer. My brush of choice today is going to be this LP Beauty brush. She has a set, I believe, of 24. That's the one that I got, and this is just an angled blush brush or contour brush. It's got a lot of movement to it, and again, placing it same place right on my cheekbone, and I fluff up. I can do buffing now that I've already powdered, and I'm putting it exactly where I put the cream product. Right on my forehead, this peak right up here, temples, and just blend down. Again, you could do this, not something I do, just to avoid that floating head look. Putting on foundation just blanks everything out. So by the time I get bronzer on, I just feel like myself again. Now I'm going to take this Hakuhodo J220G brush and going in with the powder product to set and intensify ever so slightly my nose contour. This brush has a bit of a point to it and it's really thin, so I can get into the hollows and drag the product down as well. It's such an easy brush to use, and it's so fluffy that it doesn't require much effort. But if I wanted to, I can just take a brush and just do one of this to tone it down some. Now blush, my favorite. Okay, I can go ham on blush. I don't care. Blush generally likes to fade throughout the day anyways, but I'm just gonna use my M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow blush in Venetian Rose. I think it matches my eye look today. And I'm going to be taking the Refer number 19 brush. This is a really good shaped brush. A medium shape brush like this, sort of the same density, is what I prefer. It's my favorite type of blush brush. And I like to start on the middle of my cheeks and then buff out and up into my hairline. And then I'll do a little bit inwards, but always right here is where I deposit most of my color. I would put blush all over my face if I could. I like that lifted look, which is why I bring it up, but I also do like to have some on my cheek so that if I'm looking at someone, you know, head on, my blush is still apparent because I want people to see my blush. I don't know about you, but I kind of like having blush on my forehead right underneath where the bronzer is. I just think it's pretty. It's not a lot of blush. It's just a tap. That's all I got, but I think it just pulls everything together. We're gonna finish off with highlighter. I'm gonna be using my NARS highlighter in Ibiza. This is a golden sort of light bronzy color. And one of my favorite highlighter brushes. This is the MAC 165. It is no stranger to this channel. And I always start here. This is where I gauge what I'm doing and I bring it inwards. I'm following where I have bone structure. So my bone structure is right here. There's no sense for me to put it anywhere else than the high points of my face. Otherwise, I'm highlighting areas that really don't make any sense. I like to do a little bit underneath the brow bone. I'm not one to have a brow bone shade like from an eyeshadow palette. I always skip that step and just leave it to my highlighter, taking it on the tip of the brush and just kind of doing one of these. Right here. It's sort of like from the midpoint of the brow and just kind of going in an upward motion side to side like this. I used to be one to just go all over my forehead. Thinking back on it wasn't a smart idea because of how much oil I produce. So just a light dab here for the early stages of makeup and then letting my face do the rest of the work. I used to do Cupid's bow and underneath my chin. I get sweaty and oily so fast in those two areas that now I just don't do it. And then we end up with a nose. I used to go the full length of my nose. Now I do this part right here. And then I just hit the tip right there because I did the contouring right across. I don't want to get rid of that work. So almost like an exclamation point, you know, straight line, dot. And then I always finish up with my MAC Fix Plus. I have my sponge ready and I just dab that in. I have noticed the evolution of makeup not only with my own style but just trends across the board. And if you had told me even 5 years ago that this was going to be the routine that I'm going to be sticking to, I wouldn't have believed you. I like that it's effortless. I like that I don't know where things start and end. I like that they blend into each other. So let me get my other side done and we can get this face fully finished. So here's my face completed. It just looks finished. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and fingers crossed I got to explain everything that I felt was important to the routine. Obviously use whatever you have. I will be listing all of the products like I usually do, but I wanted the video to focus on what I was doing, where I was placing it, and more so the amount that I was doing it in, so that you can get the same results even with different products. So here's the final look of my face, entirely done. Even if I start with my eyes or do my lips, do my foundation, nothing makes me feel like I'm getting the makeup done like bronzer, blush, and highlighter. So if you're interested in the products, please check the description box down below. I will list everything there for you, as well as linking them if you're interested in purchasing the products. Just remember they are magic links, so I do make a small commission every time you decide to make a purchase. You can also check me out on Instagram. That is the first link in the description box down below, and that is where I post most of my makeup looks along with all the products in the caption. Till the next video, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.